Pokemon.
This is that game that I keep telling you about where it's like you're a demon and you fight these like cutting bear knockoff.
Sure. I think we gotta get this stuff home.
I think this is the concept of the game.
That's what I figured. I told Dawson, I was like, I'm down, but Dawson was going home.
Yeah, thank you. That's your call, Tuffy. I'm gonna stay home after, regardless. So, but I also just need to make sure everything gets done. Cool. So we're starting off right away. It's already looking pretty close. We're seeing some hits, and several times where Voyager is getting Manx in scary positions by the ledge. Manx looking for projectile coverage when Voyager is coming in, but she does weave past it. It's really interesting. They're both being really patient, like looking for where they want to try to find a grab or use a crouch cancel. Oh, that was a really good follow-up. And we're seeing pretty consistently Manx is using like one homing missile up high to like cover maybe like immediate jump up, and then hoping that the stronger, like the nitro missiles I think they're called, to like go low and get them up if they like roll in or land on the stage. But both times so far Voyager has gone just underneath them or been able to like roll out or get a crouch right before. Oh, an up tilt under forward air. Oh, and that one can't connect. So now we're at pretty scary high percentages where Sheik can also just like, close this out with one hit. Samus, of course, good with a crouch cancel, but it's hit 146 even against Sheik. I don't think you get anything really. Up air will close it out against Samus though. That'll almost 200% that down smash will kill right off the top. Manx is being really patient, like looking for like crouch cancel positions. Yep, there's another one. That's a really interesting. Like Manx really seems like kind of like a very definitive style. I think that's cool. Voyager drop zoning a fair in there. Couldn't convert anything else off it right away. And they're just back to some like footsies in neutral. Overshot that nair, landed right behind, and this might not convert as well. Kind of in an awkward way, but it did get a little bit of something happening. And Voyager's forward tilt just barely got crouch cancelled there. And there's that missile that Manx has been thrown out that he's been trying to get to succeed, and it finally got in a position where Voyager didn't have any options. Ooh. Voyager keeps getting cooking with these like starting needles, then landing a forward tilt. But the problem is like, if Samus gets that crouch cancel in there, those forward tilts just don't convert to anything. Voyager didn't get intimidated by that like platform positioning. Found a way right back in. And that fair almost worked. Oh, followed up with another one though. This is a rough recovery for Manx, even to Samus with a lot of options. It's just a little too far out. It's always interesting. So this tournament, it always has like back and forth stuff where it's like, you see some people, they're brand new to the game and they haven't had the low tier beaten out of them yet. But both Manx, Voyager, I don't know how long that they've been playing collective, like between each other exactly, but they're both in here and they're like, no, I'm gonna play Samus, I'm gonna play Sheik. These are people who have some stuff. Roy and Kirby is behind them. An unfortunate truth, I feel like every melee player has to make it at some point. Oh, come on. We don't have any of that UCF hate here. The world needs it. And you know what? If it causes phantoms, it's worth it. Eventually, we'll be using phantoms intentionally, and we'll be setting them up. Melee will evolve to the point where we're making combos with phantoms intentionally. So you be happy that there's more of them now. Ooh, almost. That roll up just barely got clipped when it has that little bit of a little bit of vulnerability, like right when you're starting it up. That's a scary spot for Samus to get down from top platform like that. Up airs are super threatening. And now with like crouch cancels off the table for most of those kind of moves. Not quite, but a down smash might do it. Yeah. Voyager getting back here is probably pretty likely, but I think it's just like, it's so scary knowing that one neutral interaction trading against your favor is probably going to end it. That'll be it. So Manx is going to take game 1. It's really funny. I don't know if for anyone else who's ever like streamed Melee, I have a really, really funny situation where I can see the game TV, and then slightly delayed from that is the laptop on OBS where I see the game, and then slightly further delayed from that is my phone where I'm using it to view chat. So I have 3 screens all slightly delayed from each other of the same thing. So it's just funny that I'm like looking at my like OBS, right? I'm watching what's happening, and then I'll look down, and after like my thought is complete, I see that it's like, oh, now that situation is just happening again. So if I wanted to re-explain it, it's right there. It's perfect. I can like see another detail I didn't see before. And coming into this one, we're looking really, really similarly again. Voyager looks for like these full hops, fall downs, and kind of like option selecting between needles and fair to hopefully like clip Manx. Ooh, that dash attack really just barely clipped and worked. Velo's over here. He's calling. We're able to get friendly setups now. We're like far enough in the bracket. He's making sure people know that friendlies are open now for people. And pretty much every game in the tournament from after this one, I think we're running them all over here. Ooh, this stock's gonna close out with something. That dash attack might be it. Yeah, it was just barely enough. I think as long as Journey finds some grabs, like in this next stock though, this is pretty easy to catch up. One straight hit here, and then some good grab subs in the next stock. Now that'll be it. That's exactly the hit that they needed. Ooh, that grab was like max range. Ooh, that was fantastic. Manx has really like got good spacing in Sheik. What Sheik hurt you, Manx? Okay, there we go. Barely got away from that up air. That seemed fake. That seemed like you shouldn't be able to do that. Both these players like use a lot of like full hop falling near, like hope for the clip on their landing and stuff. It looks like Samus's like awkward weight might be throwing Voyager off. If she's not used to the grab follow-ups on Sheik, it can definitely throw you off if you're like trying to pretend Samus is a different weight or a different character. Ooh, if that was an up air, that could have been it. The weak back air could have converted into something too, but I don't think Voyager was quite ready for it. Right here, one straight hit from either one. Ooh, the dash attack, kind of a surprising one there. Almost the exact thing as before. We see another like Sheik comes in invincible, finds a position where they can get a really good. Oh man, that was really dangerous. Okay, that'll definitely close out. Ooh. That's another scary situation. This makes me so happy to watch. Like seeing.
Yeah. I think me and you should do a money match once the tournament's done.
No, I don't know.
Why not?
I don't have money.
All right, I'll go money match someone else. How about
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, I just don't have money.
After the tournament, though, you want to do a money match?
Just give them about an hour.
A little less.
Just give them
Really? Yep. 7 o'clock.
We have an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I said a little over an hour. Hour and 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Would you like to know how tunnel focused I am? I just realized that the stream is up. We're 2 hours in. That's the first time I have looked up and away. Okay, I'm back invested over here. Voyager, one solid hit here. Oh, no. Can't crouch cancel anymore. It's off the table. Oh, and that missile just like perfectly lines up. This is not a guaranteed stock though. Ooh, a little early. That's a situation that'll really stick with you on the next day. Alright, last game. Alright, I know we're views are going down a little bit. Probably other tournaments going on. People are watching other things. But if you haven't been here and Gotta Be Good to Kick It, this is the second installment for a tournament for new players to get a chance to play against other people their skill level. It doesn't have any of those people who've been playing the game for a year plus, right? It's the newest members of our community plus people who are going to sometimes like their first event. They're just trying to get involved. They're just curious and they want to come play the game. But they also don't, I mean, it's not that much fun or inviting when you go and you just play people who are insanely good and you get to play 2 games and then you get knocked out. It's just not that fun. So this gives a lot of those people more of a chance to like compete amongst themselves. Like some of our players like Manx, Voyager here, Stickboy, and there's other people who are like, while they're new to the community, like they know some stuff and they want to really see if they can test that amongst other players now. And this is an amazing opportunity for that. We're getting into a lot of the meatier matches here. I think from here on out, we pretty much have, I don't know, it could like, most of these people could win. Yeah, the people, pretty much everyone who's left is who I thought after the first round of the tournament I went, they could win. I think this is our, like, Voyager, I think is our number 2 seed for this event. Manx might be our number 3 or 4. I forget exactly the order. I didn't seed it. Not that I think seeding all that much matters for this event. A lot of people, we just don't know where to place them. We had other good hitters coming in. Martian Magic, Captain Falcon player. Just, I mean, couldn't have known that he was pretty good. Watched him play one match and went, this guy could win. Blez, I hadn't seen. She'd gone to her, I think just her first tournament, last weekend's Epic. Our tournament in Milwaukee, run on every Sunday by Easy TV's Contra. Runs full bracket, singles, doubles, all sorts of stuff. It's kind of the premier weekly of Portland. I think that was just their first tournament as well. And these people, they're still kicking in the tournament, putting up fights. Ooh. Well lined up with that fair. Another well-spaced grab. It's always so scary to grab the Samus just because how laggy it is. Like if they spot dodge or they do anything to just get out of its range, you know you're going to get a hit for it. But a low percentage, it's a little less punishing. So like you can kind of get away with it. And Manx, of course, he brought this to Dreamland. Amazing stage for Samus. Samus just lives so long here. With Samus's amazing recovery too, like if you get hit super far out, you're still going to make it back anyway. Samus is super heavy, doesn't die off the top very easily. So this is like, I think a pretty primo stage for the matchup. If you're picking from Samus's side, Manx definitely made the right call, in my opinion. I'm sure there's some Samus main out here who's like, no, you actually just want Yoshi's. I don't know. That's not true. Another well-placed missile. Manx is actually just really placing a lot of these missiles really strongly. A lot of overwhelming projectiles, and Voyager isn't quite dealing with the grab openings that she probably wants. Oh no. Turned around. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate end to that end. Anyway. Fantastic set.
Made that harder than neutral. Like, I was struggling to play the neutral game before they was playing. Awesome. Was 2-1?
Yeah.
How far away do you live?
There is very much still.
But if I
Michael, I want you to take this piece of advice.
okay.
Wave dash back up tilt.
Oh my god. I tried. The timer doesn't work out.
It's
That's
weird.
why I shy away.
Dude, I agree. I play her and it's weird because like the wave dash is kind of laggy and the up tilt has a lot of startup, so it feels awkward to time.
You gotta know.